Hello and welcome to Cloud Forest Vibes. My name's Bobby, and this is how I grow orchids and carnivorous plants. Hello and welcome to Cloud Forest Vibes. So today I have just a really quick video for you guys, but there's a few new blooms that I just couldn't pass up showing you guys and talking about, and I wanted to make sure I got them all on film in the same video because I honestly don't know how long they're going to last. One of them is probably going to get its spike cut very soon because the plant is less than ideal, and I think it's a beautiful bloom. I let it bloom just to show you guys, but the plant really needs help, so it's going to be very short-lived. The other one is a brand new bloomer for me, and I'm super proud of it. Have to share it with you guys. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I just don't know how long it's going to stick around. And the other two, I know for a fact, are just not going to be around for very long, and it's special because it's another first, because it's two different species in one genus that are in bloom at the same time. So I figured I would bring you guys along and share my excitement with you guys. So here we go. Let's get a little closer look. We're going to go in here in the tent first and take a look at these two, and then we're going to take a look at the two that are in bloom from the tank. So here we go. First and foremost, I have my absolute favorite Cattleya here, and this is Brassanth Maikai Louise. And Louise was my grandmother's name. She's no longer with us, but her favorite color was pink, and I just absolutely love this bloom, and I think she would too. It really says a lot, so I just love it. It has a great scent. It's absolutely beautiful, and as you see, this huge specimen of a plant, which is actually 3 divisions on one mount, only has one bloom, sadly. So you can tell why I say this plant really needs to get its strength, and despite how absolutely gorgeous this bloom is, I'm gonna have to sacrifice it. So I wanted to share with you guys, but it is gonna go away. And up here we have a very special bloom. This is my Sophronites pygmaea, and I've been tracking the progress of this bud with you guys, but it is absolutely just awesome, man, and I had to share it with you guys. This is my first Sophronites bloom. The colors are not coming out on camera the way I hoped they would, but you just have to take my word for it. This is an absolutely gorgeous bloom. I will throw a few pictures up, and you guys will see the absolute glory of this bloom. But this is Sophronites pygmaea. I believe it's been renamed to Cattleya pygmaea, but I don't care. Trying to get you guys a nice profile of it. That's better. The colors come out a little bit better there. Huge news. This is my first Sophronites again, and I'm just so thrilled to share it with you. Alright, let's go over to the tank. So I'm here, I've got my 2 plants pulled out of the tank, and you'll see right away that our first plant is our Restrepia falkenbergii. It's got 1 bloom out, and as always, small but absolutely beautiful. Just love this thing. It blooms pretty faithfully for me. I've got tons and tons of spent spikes here. I've got a bunch I've cut off. It's put on lots and lots of growth, but I have noticed that since I put it in the orchidarium, it doesn't seem like it's blooming on a whole lot of its new growths. Only a few. This one, I believe this one bloomed. It was a new growth, and 1 or 2 others. So I'm actually considering putting all of my Restrepias back into the tent and letting them grow on through the fall and the winter, because I think once the temperatures start cooling down, they're not going to need to be in here. So that's going to be a experiment that perhaps we do together, and I think it's going to go well. But having that said, let's move on to our last plant. It's another Restrepia, and again, the reason why this is such big news is because I've never had two in bloom at the same time. So here we go. So our final plant and our final bloom for the day is this Restrepia, and this is Restrepia muscifera. And it has a even smaller bloom, to be honest, than the Restrepia falkenbergii. And the crazy thing about this one, let me get in here a little bit closer. The crazy thing about this one here is that it hides its blooms on the bottom side of the leaf. There's hardly any spike at all. The plant pushes its leaf out. I'm trying to turn this so I don't break it. And from there, it forms a very short spike and an even smaller bloom than the falkenbergii. You're not going to get a whole lot of detail here. Let me see if I can get in closer. So this is about as close as I can get and give you guys any real detail. But you see it's got a red lip on a white background, it's spotted, and the camera is not going to pick this up, but the red spots are actually velvety. It's fuzzy, or whatever you want to call it, tomentose, but has a very, very, very fuzzy, velvety looking appearance, but only in person. You're never going to see it. So that is my Restrepia muscifera and my Restrepia falkenbergii, both in bloom at the same time. That's it, just a quick one. Just wanted to look at a couple blooms with you guys. Figured I'd share them while they were around. The Restrepias especially, they only last a few days, and I wanted to make sure you guys saw it before they went over. So thank you guys so much for joining and watching. I do appreciate you, and I hope you guys are all staying safe and enjoying my videos. And until next time, happy growing.